Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, little children, dogs and cats, you know, it's amazing. We are actually dealing with new software, new cameras. We're editing and making a lot of changes to the show, studio, and etc. It's going to be a lot of changes going on for the good. It's going to be fantastic. We're going to have a lot more reach to a lot more people. A lot of great audience. We're gonna have a lot of great special guests, a new transition, especially when season 2 starts. But don't fret, we'll let y'all know about that.
Yeah.
So real quick, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do our intro video, and then after the intro video, we're gonna come right back. So just stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the building. So you know how we normally do. We usually do books and business segment, but because we have updated our streaming software, because we have updated cameras and studio and doing all the transition of things, we do not have the books and business segment. I will say this: go to zowhatmasterclass.com. It's only $89 to get his masterclass. It is still available at zowhatmasterclass.com. I love the way Zoe Williams' perspective on relationships is. I view him as a master teacher because in every situation, he makes sure that you identify yourself and stop pointing the fingers at others. And I love that about him. It's wisdom in that. Also, don't forget to support Penelope Jean Hayes in her book titled The Magic of Viral Energy. Or what we say, Move. It definitely offers a fun and compelling narrative told through like true stories, kind of short stories though. It's messages for seekers, those who want to squeeze the lemons out of life and discover their full potential. You definitely want to get this book. Also, go to imzowilliams.com and get the relationship dismount, how to stick the landing when exiting a toxic relationship.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yes, that was his first book. His second book is The Holographic Relationship. You definitely want to grab both of those books. The relationship dismount, I got it, and I just want to say, man, he breaks down some stuff. It's a type of book that can be used in like a small group study guides attached to it, you know, that kind of stuff. It's real good, real powerful for those that are humble enough to be teachable.
Those are humble enough to be teachable. Ideal smell.
And I also want to say that you can also call into the show today. The number to dial is 516-531-9828. 516-531-9828. Or you can catch us on the Podbean app, www.chooradio.podbean.com. You can go there, download the Podbean app. We are on Podbean. Starting in January, Podbean will be advertising our show to all 14 million of their subscribers. Ooh. So we definitely will have new people listening to the show. And yes, I paid for the advertisement.
We getting up there, y'all. We growing.
Yes, I am a Podbean Elite membership subscriber, and I paid a fee for the promotion, like normal businesses do.
They do.
Which you watch on TV and hear ads on radio shows. Those are paid slots.
They are.
Moving on. I also want to shout out the little homie Rizza Islam. Get his book, Message to the Millennials.
Mm-hmm.
Very powerful. Has a lot of things, evidence to conspiracies that your government has placed upon you. It's not new information. It's true information. Also, I am still working and I am 54% done. Choo Noble Truths.
54%.
Choo Noble Truths. I am 54% done writing it. It is a guide to self-enlightenment. In other words, it is a guide for you to enlighten yourself about yourself, not about other people or situations you've been through, but yourself.
Your damn self.
How to heal yourself. Let me say this again, how to heal yourself.
But aren't you supposed to just wait and just pray and then hope that everything just happens?
No.
Oh, my bad.
Because you can pray, but if you put in no work, your prayers are dead. Oh, message. Man. Also, True Nation, season 2. I'm just going to give y'all the title of season 2. It's going to be amazing. It's called The Gentleman's Table. The Gentleman's Table.
The Gentleman's Table, yeah.
Oh, it's going to be so powerful. That whole season, I have people coming in. It's going to be so freaking amazing. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I want to smack somebody or what. Like, it's just.
I will say I'm very excited for season 2 as well.
Really?
I'm very excited. Yeah. Oh, yes. This is the Gentleman's Table. I have some brand new yak up in here. Get my little Will Smith cigar. I mean, I just for the look, so I don't light it because health insurance may be watching. I can't wait. I'm about to come with a suit.
So, also, go to trueradio.net. I actually am working on updating and redesigning the website. Because the website isn't the way I envision it. I just wanted to throw something out there to get started, because as long as it's in here and not out there, it's never going to happen. Facts. So I would rather have something started and then, as they say, renovate it, than to not have something started and say that I was making big moves. Also, shout out to my man Fat Man and Tunnel Vision. I asked him to send me their logo and their mission statement and vision statement, but because they do such great work in the community, I did not want to give them a lackluster promotion. So I will be promoting them on the social media platforms all this week, as well as next week's show. Because this is all new studio software that I'm getting used to. Because I'm the type of radio host that likes to produce his own show. That way I don't have to worry about someone telling me what I have to do or what I have to pay, or if I have to give something weekly. I am the true definition of a man's own boss. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Just put that out there. Why don't you?
I make my schedule. The schedule doesn't make me. Anyway.
Oh my God.
What else do I want to promote?
Can you promote yourself and introduce yourself to the people? We didn't introduce ourselves and do our AKAs. I'm a little sad over here.
It's not time for your AKA yet, yo.
Will we open up the show? Okay, I'm sorry. I will just stay over here, Pete, and just
please.
Okay, I just wanted the people to know who you were.
Books and business.
Okay.
See, this is what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Where you have a lot of AKAs you want to share to the world, and
I said you to share yours to the world, Negro.
A
lot of AKAs,
So there's another thing I want to promote, and that's trueradio.net/store. Buy our
Yes.
merch. It is the beginning of a long process. We will be having quotables.
Mm-hmm. And we got quotables.
Like hot monkey lava.
Hot monkey lava.
Yes, we got some quotables. Yes.
I just want one that says there's fantastic and then there's Grantastic. That's all I ask.
That's all
I ask. If there's fantastic,
we
and
might
then
do
there's
that just for you. We might just do that merch just for
That's
you.
all I want. Just the shirt that says that, or just Grantastic on the back. That's all.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we are going to dive into a new segment called Chew and Choke with the proper introductions and all that.
Damn right.
You know, today's topic, I want y'all to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point?
What's the point?
What's the point? Have you really sat down and thought about the decisions and things you've done? And have you asked the question, what was the point of me doing it? What was the point of that happening or manifesting in my life? What's the point?
What's the point?
Why are you here? Who are you? Where did you come from? Who raised you?
Who raised you?
We'll be right back after this quick 2.2. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, little children, dogs and cats, we are back. It is your boy Randy Choo, aka Mr. Choo on that, aka Mr. Check My Resume, aka Mr. I actually have receipts for what I do, aka Mr. I really do community work as well as deal with a lot of other things, aka Mr. I'm my own boss, aka Mr. I'm married, aka Mr. I have 5 children, aka Mr. I have 2 cars, aka Mr. I have a new puppy.
We're just gonna take that last A off and just call it AK.
AKA, and I'm here with my co-host.
It's your boy, Mr. Grant-tastic, everyone, aka the Professor, aka Smooth Criminal, your boy, aka Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, aka Can I Chew Woo Woo? It's time for the chew and choke, y'all. Can I chew woo woo?
Woo 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 woo.
Y'all already know what it is, all right? This is the chew and choke segment on the show. This is where we bring up some local topics going on in the past few weeks because, you know, we were gone for a minute. Now we back with the jump off. So we're going to bring up some topics. If the panel loves it, they will chew on that. If they don't like it,
they can choke on that.
And hopefully, can we chew woo woo? What's I feel like that needs to be my theme song.
Yeah.
Can we chew woo woo?
Oh, man.
That's gonna stop. Yeah, that's gonna be the theme song.
That
season
was,
2.
That was some hot monkey lava.
Hot monkey lava, yeah. Season 2. That's the theme song. Can we chew woo woo? All right, so you know, it's been family time. It's been Thanksgiving time. You know, black folks, when we get together, we love playing games. We love playing Taboo. We also love playing Uno. And so this popped up with the Uno beef. The Uno beef, right? The Uno beef. Do you have to say Uno out when you play your last card in Uno? You have to say Uno out. What do you think about that? People are saying that's the rule. You got to say Uno out.
No, that's not the rule.
Oh, choke on that? I don't know. People on live, you can do that. If you want to, if you agree with that, Choo, put you on that. CHOO, if you agree with that. If you disagree with saying Uno out and Uno, put choke. I'm gonna go ahead and say choke. I don't know. Maybe that's a house rule, but I don't think that is like the universal rule. I don't think that.
Yeah, I believe that. You don't have to say Uno out. I believe you just say Uno, and then you throw out your last card.
Yeah. Now you have to say Uno with your last card. That's the whole name of the game.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to say Uno with your second to last card. Absolutely.
Yes. Okay. But then you have to say Uno out. I don't know. That's weak.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. That's kind of lame.
It's kind of lame. All right, but you know, it's one thing when you get family time together.
That's like the NBA changing to more of a European style.
I mean, that's really what's happening, though. Uno out is black tradition.
That's facts.
I mean,
well, ho. She said, "Oh, who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Who said
Uno
that?"
Out is black tradition. You have to say Uno. Okay, I will say that I don't think you have to say Uno out for the game. I think black people just say it because I have to throw a card down and be like Uno out, nigga. That's what I think.
I'll just say I'm out, nigga.
Yeah, I just like I'm out this, yo. Yeah, you done. Especially if you got the wild, you just drop like I'm deuces. Y'all figure this rest of this mess out. I'm gonna go give me some turkey.
Chopping up the deuces.
Deuces. All right. Speaking of deuces, now we're gonna take it to a restaurant, and one of the owners was about to tell people to deuces out of his restaurant.
I was hoping you had this on Chew and Choke. This is amazing. I love it. Tom, what's good, bro?
So the True Kitchen owner,
my guy, what's good with it?
Oh my gosh, confronted some of his customers earlier this week. He had his own restaurant. They were having a nice time. Had a DJ playing.
Okay,
and you know, some customers broke out in a twerk fest in his restaurant. And my man did not appreciate that. He said, "Wait, what man said?" He said his restaurant was about a level of respect that he has for the men. So talking about the dress, the attire, the behavior. And so he was saying he expects that of the ladies as well. Now, was he right for confronting his customers saying, we ain't playing that mess in my restaurant? What do you think? Chew or choke? Ooh, you gotta chew on that.
Let me say,
chew, woo, woo.
Let me say this as someone who's actually owned a restaurant that was very good restaurant called Kingdom Cafe and Lounge. Shout out to my mother and father. Yes, this was a restaurant that was in Odenton, Maryland, and it was a soul food spot before there was a lot of soul food spots in Odenton, Maryland. Anyway, and then King's Wings was off the chain, by the way. But let me say this. So the guy pretty much was like, yo, the restaurant is a level of respect for the culture, for the people, blah, 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 blah. And y'all twerking, take that down to the other restaurants.
Yes.
I respect that. Number one, he pays the bills in that joint.
Facts.
So he can, if he don't want your money, if you feel like you can't eat his food without twerking, that is a mental health issue.
I agree. I'm gonna go ahead and let me chew woo woo. I think that is definitely happening all second season. I hope people don't get annoyed at that. I completely agree. It is your establishment. Also, at the same time, we say, "Oh, why can't we have stuff like other folks? Then do stuff like other folks."
Yeah.
If he has in my restaurant, we have this kind of respect. Cool. That is what it is.
Yeah.
And if like you said, if you mad that you can't twerk and eat, that's your problem.
That's facts.
That's your problem.
That's facts.
Because again, it's not like he said, "I can." All right, men, you can do whatever you want. Women don't twerk. He's
Man,
like, I want a level of respect for all people here. This is our restaurant. Black folks, let's unite. All right.
I just want to say this. We have been duped into thinking that jerk and twerk chicken. So what? My man on Instagram said jerk and twerk chicken. No, seriously though, if you can't say that this is men are held to a standard where if we express ourselves, it's wrong, and we need to be held accountable. I feel like the same should be for women. If you want to twerk and things like that, and you call that the freedom of expression, if a guy smacks your butt and you don't know this guy, then you can't take him to court. Just gonna drop that right there.
Okay.
Hold on. Someone said on Instagram, "Oh, that's the bro. What's good, man?" That's the problem with people in the world nowadays, that you're entitled to everything. That's a fact.
That is very much
a fact.
People think they're entitled to
everything. Yeah.
If it ain't your restaurant, and you can't just be. All right, my thing is too. So ask these same folks, would you twerk in Ruth Chris?
Nah, see, that's the problem. And some of them actually would.
And if you did, do you think they would be like, "This is acceptable behavior in this restaurant"? No, but you would still pay the $100 for that steak, though. Right. That's what I want to talk. Okay, cool. Let's go to our next topic, y'all. All right, this one I thought was hilarious, though. All right, so especially my bro on here. Listen to this one. Okay. So
hold on. Before you even continue, though, because I have an issue because a lot of
I be bringing the wrong topics on the Chew and Choke.
No, I'm gonna let you have it, but I'm just saying. Oh, there you go.
Yo, that is the theme song.
There you go. Wait. No, a lot of I just feel like we like. Even when whether you agree or disagree, when the protests were going on, you had women in front of the police officers twerking. I don't understand this new generation.
That wasn't at our march, right?
No, it wasn't at the march. It wasn't at ours.
Yeah, it wasn't at our march.
I'm talking about in different cities and states.
Oh, okay. I was like,
we wasn't having that.
Yeah, and, game on that.
But I mean, twerking and things like. First of all, this is why you. No, I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna save it for the topic. This is why you can't have a healthy relationship with a significant other, is because your definition of a good time is going to a restaurant and shaking your booty in front of people you don't know.
You're just gonna drop it like that? Okay. They did drop it like that.
Yeah, they
dropped
did.
It like
yeah.
It's hot, like the soup that came out.
Shout out to Lizzo. All right, go ahead.
All right, so here's a quote that I saw on Instagram this week, and I thought this was hilarious because I try to play it back in my mind, and I think it's actually true. All right, black men.
Hold up. We got a caller.
Oh, we got a caller? Oh, we got a caller. Can we chew woo woo?
Area code 210. State your name. Where you calling from?
Man, my name is Ant. I'm calling from Texas.
What's good, bro?
What up, brother?
Listen, talk to us. Are you calling in about what we just was talking about?
Yeah, bro. I got you, bro. That topic, bro, is that topic resonates with me a lot because it's the gift and the curse. You know what I mean? Like we want to be held to a certain standard, or we want people to respect us a certain type of way, but we don't hold the same respect for accountability for ourselves.
Ooh,
you know
ooh.
First of all, second of all, like at the end of the day, like is that man's restaurant. You know what I mean? So like he said, excuse his French, but you don't like to get that out.
Right.
Like so prime example of that, you know what I mean? I mentioned the comment, on idea about about people feeling like they're entitled and to everything in the world. And like, okay, are y'all familiar about what happened in Atlanta with the guy at the sushi spot or whatever?
Say that again. What happened in Atlanta with who?
With the guy who was a patron at a sushi bar or something like that, a sushi restaurant.
Nah, tell us about it real quick.
Okay, so there was a guy in Atlanta. He was a patron at a sushi restaurant, right? And he had on some khaki pants, some cargo pants, I think he had like a polo type shirt, and then he had on some white Air Forces, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was a white chick at the bar, right? She had on some like silver Adidas, right? So the guys that were working there, some Asian gentlemen, they were like, "Hey, you can't get in with those shoes." He's like, "I can't get in with these shoes. What's the problem?" So they were like, "Well, we don't allow tennis shoes in here." He's like, "Well, she's sitting right there, and they had it on video camera and everything. They're like, hey, he's like, man, the woman right there behind me, she's got on Adidas, some silver Adidas. What's the problem?" It was like, "So we don't allow, we can't let you in here with those shoes." So they're going back and forth. He causing a scene, and all the rest of this, and so he gets escorted out. Then the owner of the restaurant comes out. He's got like some limited edition Jordans on or whatever. And he's like, "Nah, we can't let you in with those." And at the end of the day, I bring that situation up to be like, if your money is not wanted there, why are you trying to force these people to take your money?
That is facts. That is facts. Yo.
And I even say that to with my man who y'all was talking about in Dallas, who called them out about the twerking or whatever. Hey, if y'all got a problem with how I handle my business, then don't spend your money here. I don't need your business.
Right,
and that's
right.
Exactly what he said.
But like people again, that goes back to the entitlement thing that I was talking about. Is people feel like they entitled. Hey man, like I don't. If somebody don't want my business, and that's a two-way street. You know what I mean? And like just as them being, as you being a consumer, if the people who is providing the service, if they don't want your business, then you as a consumer, like you shouldn't feel like, hey, I gotta spend my money here or try to force them to take your money.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
If you're not being valued, then go somewhere else.
That's facts. Listen, before I let you go though, I got a question. You ready?
Always, man, always.
Since you've known me, what is 2 things you can say about me?
A solid guy, stands on his principles, and family first. And when I mean family, I don't necessarily just mean blood relatives. I just mean anybody who he considers to be family. You know what I mean? Very very stand up, very stiff guy. and until he proves me otherwise, 1,000%, not 100.
My man, listen. Give the people your Instagram and where they can find your music at real quick before I let you go.
Yeah, man. My name is MB the Hustler. I go by the Illest In It. You can check me out on Instagram, the Illest In It. I got a website, theillistinit.com. Check me out. You can catch me on all the streaming platforms. And be the hustler, the Illest In It, man. Y'all go check me out. I'm definitely something different. I like to say, I got a southern draw, but I'll give you some northern exposure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my man. Listen, thanks for the call, brother. We're gonna get up with you later on. God bless you, man. Peace out.
God bless y'all, man. Y'all keep doing that positive work, man.
Thank you. Man, that Choo on Choke had people calling in.
I know. I'm just brother can't get through the list. I'm trying to chew woo woo. Shit. All right.
Hey, that was a good Choo and Choke though. That was fire.
That was.
And that was a good call.
Okay. Let's go ahead and go.
And I didn't pay him to call in.
Oh my God. All right. Here we go. I gotta skip around. We took like 20 minutes on that.
No, you good. Listen. When I own the platform, we do what we want.
That's also true. All right. So we own this ish. Okay. So our next question, our next Choo and Choke. Okay. And people also on live as well. This EK, y'all can participate. Again, so Choo.
And please comment on Facebook because your comments can be seen on the live stream now.
And then also Choke if you're not feeling that. All right.
Choo or Choke.
Choo woo woo. Or you can choke. All right. Anyways. Okay. Let's go to this next one.
Okay.
Yeah, we gonna get some dirty laundry. We're gonna talk about that.
Dirty stuff that are dirty.
Is it okay for a woman to do a man's laundry, but not okay for a man to do a woman's laundry?
Oh, what?
That came up today. People were talking about
what's up with these sucker niggas in society today?
Woman, and actually, a woman posted this. This was from Queen Naja. She posted is it okay for a woman to do a man's laundry, but not okay for a man to do a woman's laundry? And her point was because that women have periods. And that's the reason why she said men should not do a woman's laundry.
Some men.
Let's see what they say on live. Go ahead. Okay.
Oh, so what the live is saying. Listen, the number of the dial is 516-531-9828. 516-531-9828. If you're on the Podbean app, just call in. We'll take you as well. That's trueradio.podbean.com, which is PODBEAN.com for those who can't spell. Please call in. I'm going to say this.
This, what do you think? I ain't going to chew or choke this. What is it?
Yeah, if you're watching via live stream, whatever, just type in chew or choke. Chew means you liked it. Choke means you don't. I'm going to say choke on that. I wash my woman's laundry all the time. Why? Because I appreciate every single inch of her body.
I will agree with that. I definitely on the
I'm not, if let's say if I wasn't married and I was just messing around, I'm not going to have my laundry at someone's house, and neither am I going to do their laundry.
Facts.
I've never been that type of person.
Yeah.
So if, me being married, I'm going to do my wife's laundry if it's my turn to do laundry. And it's not like we take turns doing the laundry. It's just, nigga, if the laundry need to be done, if I'm available, then it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm going to sniff them drawers.
Okay, I can't.
Yeah.
Speaking about who's making and who's dealing out. Okay.
Hold on. Someone on Podbean said, don't touch my laundry. Uh-oh. You're going to have to call in and talk about that one.
Oh, man.
Please call in and talk about that one. But go ahead.
I definitely said choke. I think because I think sometimes when we talk about, like, especially in marriage, okay, like you said, like when you date somebody, it's different. You got your own place. You got your own place.
Yeah.
It's different.
Because you're married, right?
Yes, I am married.
You have successfully found one woman, right?
Yes, correct.
And you wasn't holding around while trying to pursue that one woman, right?
Correct.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I definitely have to say that because her friends are on live right now. But anyways, choke it.
It's called adulting. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, Derek, do everybody's laundry.
I'm not doing my sister's laundry.
I mean, that's also true. Yeah, I'm not doing like my auntie's laundry now. Like my woman's laundry is different. I think also we got to get out of that narrative of trying to find the roles in a marriage when it's like stuff just got to be done. And I have a point to bring up that in our topic today too. So I'm not gonna go too deep into that. That's today's topic.
Okay.
Hot monkey lava.
Monkey lava.
Let's go to the next one. So this was one that I put on Instagram during the Thanksgiving break. Okay, who should make a man's plate? His woman or his mom?
seen that.
And overwhelmingly, everyone, women and men include, said that the woman should make a man's plate. So what do you think about that? What y'all think? Should a woman make a man's plate at Thanksgiving or family events? Like, what do you think?
I'm going to say this from personal experience because I got 5 kids. There are times when my wife actually knows how to cook. Let me say that again for this generation. Mm-hmm. My wife actually knows how to cook. She knows how to use the kitchen. So at times while she's cooking and the food is done and she's putting certain things away or she begins to wash the dishes before she makes her plate, my mom would say to her, "Do you want me to make Randy's plate?" Mm. And she would say either yes, go ahead, or no, I got it. Or she'll be like, "Babe, are you hungry right now? Mm-hmm. Do you want me to make your plate?" Mm-hmm. And I'll be like, "No, babe, you working, you good." She already knows, Mom, go ahead and make his plate. Mm-hmm. That means he sees what I'm doing. I'm overwhelmed. Go ahead and make his plate. Or I'll be like, I make my own plate. Yeah. At the end of the day, if you're cooking, you're not obligated to bring me the plate.
That's also facts though too.
Because and I, mind you, because I used to have a restaurant, I also know how to use the kitchen myself. And I know how to bring plates myself. But to stay for your chew and choke, I firmly believe it is the wife's or the woman that you're in relationship with. First responsibility or priority should be to her first to make your plate. If she's too busy or she's handling your kids or whatever, then yeah, the mom should step in. Because mama's been making your plate since you came out the cooch anyway.
Facts. No, I definitely agree with that. And I think that's actually a sign of respect that your mom asked him or asked your wife to be like, all right, cool. Let me know what you need to do. Because that is a sign of respect.
That's called a mature woman.
That is a mature woman. Because some mothers will do that like spitefully. Just be like, oh, I'm going to make my son's plate. You ain't going to tell me I'm not going to make my son that I think that is my man's plate. It is a queen respecting another queen. All right, so we're going to take it from the queens. We're going to go over and talk about the king of pop. We are still talking about Michael Jackson. My man is gone. MJ's gone.
Oh man.
All right, but a little, everyone's doing these podcasts and interviews, so everything is coming out the woodwork of just old stuff. So apparently, Michael Jackson reached out to The Game earlier when he was beefing between 50 Cent. And asked him, would he be willing? And they was beefing hard. Like when they was beefing hard. Like they was trying to kill each other. Michael Jackson called The Game and asked him to squash his beef with 50 Cent so that they can do a song on Michael Jackson's album. So my question is to you, to everyone at home, everyone out there: is it okay for another man or another person to come between two people and ask them to squash beef?
I think in certain situations, I would have to say chew on that.
Chew if you agree, choke if you disagree. Can somebody, and they don't have to be as influential as Michael Jackson, but somebody come between two people that are beefing, and it could be street beef, because this has come up in a couple times as well on the show. Street beef's a little different than, like I'm just not feeling her. Can somebody, a third party, come in and try to mend?
I would have to say, yeah. I do that a lot with a lot of the community and street work that I do. You find that rival neighborhoods or rival gangs or whatever, it's long story short, yeah, I agree with it.
Oh, okay.
I think it should be. I think, however, there's a certain level where you have to be like, all right, this ain't going, me trying to be in the middle of this isn't going to work. You have to know if you're the right person for it.
Gotcha. Oh, that's very true.
You know what I mean? Because it's situational.
That's very true.
You know what I mean? Because if I got an art with somebody and somebody I don't like is trying to mediate between the two of them,
yeah,
they
that makes it worse.
I'm just letting you know. You know listen. Those who knew me before I became religious and all that know that I gets down.
Oh, so. Okay. Hold on. I definitely say Choo. I got you over there. I would say Choo, especially if it's Michael Jackson. If I want to kill somebody and Michael Jackson's like, Jason, I want you to be on my album. Don't beef with him.
Jason, no.
Yo, I would be like, I would drop the beef quick and be like, Michael, I don't even know what you want to play tambourine. I don't care. Like, who is this Negro? Forget him. But you're right. I guess it does. I would say it does take the right person. Especially if you're not like, and I think you do have to have some kind of knowledge of the situation, you know, or like a therapist. Someone on live said choke, and that's how MFers get knocked out or shot, quote unquote. Can you chew woo woo?
Hey, whoever said that was hilarious.
Yo,
that was hilarious.
There's some gangsters out there, though.
Yeah,
I think it depends. Now, if Michael is just like, yo, I think Michael can make like war stop. You just be like, no, we are the world. Hail the world. Okay.
Oh my God! Listen, you got any more?
I got more.
Okay,
I got more.
Do one more, and then we're gonna take a break and dive into the topic. Yeah.
If it's Michael Jackson, no, we squashing all these. Okay, all right. So this one, again, was hilarious. All right, and so my brothers on live, please let me know if this is true or not. True or choke, please. Black men can't just say "I love you" by itself to one another. It has to have a bruh, a cuz, or something else at the end. Again, I say unto thee, black men can't just say "I love you" to another black man by itself. It has to have a bruh, a cuz, something on the end. It can't just be "I love you." Dot.
I say chew and choke. It depends on who the individual is.
I thought the skit was hilarious because it was just like, yo, I love you, bro. Yo, I love you too, cuz. All right, man. And then they did the one without it. It was like, I love you. And he was like, nah, man, you got to change that.
I saw that. That one was
wrong. Like, you got to change that.
He said it was completely out of, like...
It was just like, I love you.
No,
it was just, he's like, nah, you got to change that.
All right, man, take it easy. I love you.
Ladies, too, let us know. Have you ever heard black men say "I love you"? Just that. No bruh, no cuz, no my dog, nothing like that. Just straight up "I love you" to another black man.
I tell people that are in my circle, the men that are in my circle, I tell them I love them every time I talk to them, because I don't know when it's going to be their last day in this dimension.
That's true.
They could their physical body could die and their spirit can be transported to another dimension. Mm-hmm. We call it the supernatural realm or the spiritual world, whatever you want to call it. So I don't know when that transition is going to happen. It could be by a racist police officer, or it could be by an envious nigga. Could be by a tragic car accident, plane crash, or tsunami, or Italians wiping you out, whichever one you want to go through.
Bruh.
So it could be that Rona. But either way, I make sure, especially nowadays, I make sure that the people that I have in my circle, who I talk to at least once a week, I let them know, hey, I love you, because at the end of the day, I like to, in the figure of speech, I like to give people their flowers while they're here, instead of waiting until they're gone. Now, if it's someone I have love for, but if you was in an altercation, I would just let you get punished. I say, hey man, love you, bro, and I'm out. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, bottom line. Oh, hey, cuz, I got love for you, homie. Like, cool.
People, so one of my peoples is from New York, and it was like, nah, it's "I love you, son."
I love you, son. Hey, yo, what up, Dunn?
What's happening, God?
Listen. Oh, snap. Taz, what's good? Listen, So we're doing a segment called Chew and Choke, and I want you to repeat the Chew and Choke real quick because Taz hasn't listened to us in a while. Okay. Shout out to Taz, what's good? So after you hear this Chew and Choke, I want you to call in and give your thoughts on it real quick, please. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So this one I just did?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So statement online that says Black men cannot just say I love you by itself to one another. It has to have a bruh, a cuz, a son, a god, something's got to be at the beginning or the end. Black men just can't say I love you to one another.
Wow.
So it'll be like, yo, I love you, bruh. Like, I love you too, cuz. Yeah, I love you, son. Yeah, I love you too, God. And not I love you.
Yeah. So to my inner circle, I say, hey man, I love you.
Maybe if I go so deep on that register, maybe
I love you.
I love you. I love you, bro. Actually, I think if you go deep, if you say, bro, either way, I'm still skeptical.
Wait, hold up. I have a Chew and Choke.
Oh, you got a Chew and Choke?
Can a man tell, and he's already in a committed relationship, can he tell another female?
Ooh. Hold on, I think my wife.
Oh, hold on. We got a caller. Hold on. Let me.
Oh, my wife is on here. We gotta talk about that one. We got to call her, y'all. We got to call her. Be patient.
Call her. State your name. Where you calling from?
Hi, my name is Taz. I'm calling from heaven. How are you guys? Where y'all been?
Did you just say you're calling from heaven?
Yeah, where else would I be calling from?
Okay, so listen, I got a question. We're doing a Chew and Choke segment right now. Chew means you agree with it, it's cool, whatever. Choke means nah, throw it in the trash.
Tell Michael Jackson.
Okay.
So Mr. Grantastic said that say it again?
Oh, so black men cannot just say I love you by itself to one another. It has to have some kind of bruh, cuz, son, something attached to it. They can't just be like, I love you.
What are your thoughts on that?
I'm joking. What the hell? That is such freaking fragile masculinity.
Oh!
No, I disagree. I choked on that. I'm choking.
You're choking. Okay, so if a guy is in a committed relationship with a woman, he has there's other females that he care about around, is it proper relationship etiquette for him to say I love you to another female
that he's not related to?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Without starting the argument with his significant other.
Baby, let me know.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's really important for people to maintain their individuality in relationships. Like when it comes to your significant other, you don't own them. They have relationships outside of you. They have a life outside of you, which I think is actually a great way to maintain your relationship. So if he has like strong bonds with women in his life that he cares about, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, yeah, I love you. I tell my friends I love them all the time. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Wow. Mr. Grantastic, you want to ask her something before we let her go?
A question: do women tell each other they love each other as friends without like "I love you, girl"? Like, do they say like just straight up "I love you"?
Yeah, I tell my friends I love them all the time, and they tell me I love you all the time.
Wow.
Is there a difference between "I love you" and "love you"?
I think it depends on like how petty you are. Like if you're that petty, like if you're that like, because some people are like I love you is cringy for them, and that could come from childhood trauma, past relationship trauma, just a lot of things. Like as long as the message comes across and you feel it, that's all that matters.
Wow. Okay. Hey, I like it. Listen, thanks for the call and continue listening to the show because we're about to introduce the topic and we're going to take a quick break.
We're going to take a 2x2.
And then we're going to introduce the topic and we're going to come back with questions and discussion. So people, please call in. It's going to be amazing. Also, the number to dial, if you're calling, the number to dial is 516-531-9828. 516-531-9828. If you're on the Podbean app, just click call in and we will accept you. We will be right back after this quick 2.2.
I'm not charging.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, little children, dogs and cats, we are back. It's your boy, Mr. Randy Choo, aka Mr. Choo on that, aka Mr. I started this in 2013, aka Mr. I gave a lot of people platforms and they chose to do other stuff, aka Mr. Check my resume with real thoroughbred cats from the streets and you'll see that I'm that guy, aka Mr. I have my own family, my own children, my own dog, my own car, aka Mr. My credit score is higher than yours, aka Mr. I'm going to have a nice house before the end or even the middle of 2021, aka I just got brand new software and cameras and the studio is being updated, aka why? Because I can do that because I have over X amount of thousands of dollars in my bank account.
Can you chew? Woo, woo.
And I'm here with my illustrious co-host.
It's your boy, Mr. Grantastic, aka the Professor, aka Smooth Criminal, aka I love you, bruh, aka don't stop till you get enough, aka do your own damn laundry.
If you can't take a week off of work, and if you can't take a week off of work, and it hurts, and it doesn't hurt your finances, you are not your own boss.
Can you chew? Very wrong. What's our topic for today? It hurts because that's not the point.
If you can take a week off of work and it does not hurt your finances,
I can't with that.
Then you are a boss. But if it hurts your finances, you're not a boss.
Baby, let's go somewhere before COVID closes down the whole world again.
Listen, so I want to say, and that was not to regular employees, that's to people that claim to be entrepreneurs, but really you're not. That was for those people that front, not the people who actually have 9 to 5s that work hard to get their money. Mm-hmm. So for those who work hard and get their money and punch a clock, I have a lot of respect for you. So don't ever think that you're less than because you're the one who stems the economy. Mm-hmm. For those who front on Instagram. Topic of today's show.
What is the topic?
What's the point?
What's the point?
The topic of today's show is what's the point?
What is that?
The number to dial is 516-531-9828. 516-531-9828. If you want to connect with us, go to www.chooradio.net. CHOO radio.net. Watch us live there. Go to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Follow us at Choo Radio. Listen. I have a question, Mr. Grantastic.
What's popping?
Because there are a lot of things that are going on now that have been extremely highlighted since the pandemic. I call it the paydemic, but because if you know how to make money work for you, you know how to. Anyway, who brings more toxicity to relationships, the male or the female?
Oh, the toxicity of our city. Dang, who brings more toxicity?
Who is more toxic in relationships? Audience, you can call in, you can comment.
Yeah, I need y'all to comment on that one.
Talk to us. Who brings more toxicity to relationships? The man or the woman? Leave us. Talk.
That hurts the soul. I feel as if okay, hold on. Can I get a definition of toxicity first? Yeah. Let me get that. I agree with that, EK.
What EK say?
He said damaged men.
Whoa.
No.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to give the definition of toxicity.
Okay.
Because I want it to be a discussion.
So I think that I will agree with my boy. All right. So I think both bring toxicity, but like different toxicity. So I think that damaged men specifically bring the toxicity of like inconsistency. Okay, so when a man is inconsistent, it drives the woman like completely bananas off the wall. I will say that. So I would say from a man's point, from damaged men, they can bring that. Damaged women also at the same time, I would say the toxicity they bring in is when they're haven't dealt with past issues from other men.
Okay.
And still trying to deal with it. Like I'm looking at you, I'm blaming you for stuff that you did, and I'm trying to like find stuff like I'm investigating to make sure you're the bad person I think that you are, because I think all men are bad.
Okay.
That's what I would say. And I think for men, it's just like men come in, their toxicity comes in when they're just kind of complacent and lazy. And they're like, oh, I got married. She's going to make my plate for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
She's going to wash my drawers. I'm going to lay down the pipe. And that's the rest of our lives.
Okay.
And yeah, I would say that.
Wow.
What do you think?
Oh man, this is gonna be heavy.
But you know, all right, now the amount of toxicity, that's another thing too. Because I feel as if men is like hit or miss. It's like either I cheated on you and the relationship's over, or I ain't doing nothing. I think women have their toxicity has more dynamic to it. Like it could be the spectrum is completely wide.
Let me say this. Let's not go to the extreme with toxicity. Let's break it down like this. Let's say that the toxicity is attitude, perspective on life, your response to your significant other, or let's say toxicity is not wanting to find solutions, but more so harping on, let's say this, being influenced by your friends and bringing their influence into your relationship.
I would say influence from friends is definitely for women. And men, I don't know, because I feel as I've gotten older, my group of boys have gotten smaller. And like for my wife, she still has a group of women.
Okay.
Right? Like
okay.
She's still like they ride or die. And then one thing I will say this is that, and it's not for my relationship personally, but I do know they talk a lot about relationships.
Okay.
They do, because like I'll come in the room and they be like, "Hey, Jason, like, hey, you know what's popping?" And it's like they talking, like, and they talk about everything. I think men, we don't talk about everything.
Yeah,
like we'll talk about sports. You know, it's like, yo, how's the fam? You know, what's good? You know, you trying to start a business? All right, that's cool. But women talk about everything, which leads to influence. But also at the same time, I don't think women. I think they can be influenced, but I also don't think they really listen to each other.
See, this is going exactly how I want it to go. Listen, the number to dial is 516-531-9828, 516-531-9828. If you're on Podbean, go to chooradio.podbean.com. You can call in that way as well. Listen, okay, so with that last statement you said, let me say this. Who capitulates in relationships more, the male or the female?
Define that word. Please.
Capitulate. Who bends the knee? Who kowtows? Who subsides their know-with-all?
You ain't gotta stop, men. And I think that's just what from the movies is that, like movies, shopping, everything, like this Christmas time, right? Everything is influenced to like bend the knee to the woman. Like the fact that Happy House, what was it? Happy Wife,
Happy Wife, Happy Life. Yeah,
like that's the saying. There is no saying about happy men.
Yeah,
there's absolutely none. So
wow,
the advice you get is just like, yo, if you want to keep her happy, just listen to her. Just be like, okay, baby. But at the same time, I feel like that's what causes the toxicity from the men's side is when you are constantly bending the knee and you have no feelings, no nothing in the relationship, and then stuff starts to crack and leak, and then that's when you got problems. And then that's men's toxicity right there.
What is the point of someone capitulating in the relationship?
What's the point?
What's the point?
Honestly, okay. I think the generalization of the point of doing that is because you just don't want to be by yourself and you want to make someone happy by appeasing them. But I think there is no point in doing that because then you're not happy. I think it's and I will say,
but see, it's relationships for the individual to be happy.
No, but see,
because aren't we supposed to find happiness within ourselves?
We are, and I think, and that's the thing. So I think you can find happiness within yourself, but when you go into a relationship just appeasing someone else, that's not you being your authentic self. You're not happy if you're not your authentic self.
Okay,
even in a relationship, and I think that's what. Like kind of like how things are geared, that's what's focusing, like are told to men. It's like the relationship has nothing to do with you. The wedding has nothing to do with you. The ring has nothing to do with you.
Facts.
Like, the amount of money is just like going shopping for my wife's engagement ring. It's like, oh, we have this whole store over here for engagement rings. Like, where's the men's ring? Like, it's that little basket over there. Like, that's all y'all got. Y'all got that little basket over there. You're just like, oh, can I get an upgrade? It's like, nah, bruh. That's it. But so, and we're taught that everything is geared for the women in a relationship. That's what we're taught. But then I think that produces unhealthy habits and toxicity in that. Because honestly, I think from both ends, because I think that the man is unhappy because it's like, I got to keep bending the knee for no reason. And not that there's compromise. There's always compromise in a relationship. But, and then also at the same time, I think women start smelling like that's not authentically you after a while. Like some women will be happy for it for a little bit. Yeah. But like, I like real women just like, all right. This is not you. I'm not happy with even this fake you.
How can a man?
Ooh, hold on. We got what? To provide comfort for their partner's insecurities.
Say that again.
That was my brother. So the reason with that of like the appeasing is to provide comfort for their partner's insecurities.
Oh, that was hot, monkey lava. Listen, we're gonna take a quick 2.2. When we get back, we're gonna continue the discussion. If you're watching on Instagram Live, stay with us. Go to chooradio.net. For those who are listening in, dial 516-531-9828. Go to www.chooradio.net, which is CHOO radio.net, or go to chooradio.podbean, PODBEAN.com, and follow us on there. We'll be right back after this quick 2.2.
Can you
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, little children called dogs and cats, we are back. If you hear any whining, I have a brand new puppy that's 9 weeks in the background. As I was saying, it ended. Share it. As I was saying, the topic of today's show, I'm Mr. Randy Choo, aka Mr. Choo on that, and I'm here with my illustrious co-host.
It's your boy, Mr. Grandtastic, aka the Professor, aka Smooth Criminal.
And today's topic is what's the point? I have a number you guys can dial, and the number to dial is 516-531-9828, 516-531-9828. Go to www.chooradio.net, which is CHOO radio.net. Go to chooradio.podbean.com, which is PODBEAN.com. Listen, what's the point of having an inner circle?
Ooh.
If you kick someone out of your inner circle when they do something you don't agree with,
That's happened.
what's the point of it? What's the point of having someone in your inner circle if every time, I'm going to say this again, what's the point? This is the question at hand. What's the point of having an inner circle if every time someone in your inner circle does something you don't agree with, you kick them out of your inner circle? So first, let's discuss the purpose. Let's discuss the purpose of, or the uniqueness, or the quality, or what is the purpose of having an inner circle, and then let's talk about why do you kick them out.
Okay. Yeah, man. The inner circle is very delicate situation. Very important though. I think for your inner circle, the purpose of it should be people that, first of all, you can be vulnerable with. Like the people who are closest to you, there should be some level of vulnerability between those people. Those are the people who help you in your journey of growth. They're not there to help you grow, but they're a part of your journey of growth. Like inner circle.
Okay.
Those are the people who you can talk to, confide in, bounce ideas. Even when you grow and mature, you actually can, all right, we can do business together. Cool. Maybe, maybe not. They have their own dynamics, but these are the people you should have a high level of trust and love for. Because they're the people who you keep close to you.
Okay.
Not just associates.
Like someone said on Podbean, your tribe.
Your tribe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. And that's why I was saying like the growth process, because even if it's not just you, it should be obviously even for your family as well. Like if it's the tribe, the village helps everyone grow. So that's like the inner group. That should be the point.
Okay.
People who keep you in check, the facts.
Yeah. The people that keep you in check or hold you accountable. But what can we say to this new generation that every time they have a disagreement with someone in their circle, they remove them from their circle?
I don't think that okay, I think there's two things to it. I think you can, and this is what was someone said online too. I definitely agree with that. There's outgrowing, okay, and then there's just people you just had around you.
Wait, stop right there. What's the point? I love this because it goes with the topic. Outgrowing. People can you, I'm not saying that's the reason why that person said that. So I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is people use the word or the phrase I'm outgrowing someone as an excuse for their better or their lower or stupid decisions they've made to ruin that relationship. In other words,
I see where you're going. There's a part of me that's just like, I see where you're going, because I see on the other end where you going with that. I also see on like this side of it where there is a level of, but actually, I don't know if I can say, no, one, EK, you know who I'm talking about. There is one that I can say that I did outgrow. There is one of my boys who is just like, we there was some, and like you said, from his side. If
let me say it like this: how can you outgrow someone if you're still in the same spot?
But when do you actually really like outgrow something though? Like, how do you know you outgrew something?
There's a lot of cats I grew up with because I was in the projects and I was really running the streets and I was really into some beef and I was really doing some things. I can't hang with those same people I used to hang with because I've outgrown that level of lifestyle.
Okay, so you're saying when you outgrow, you gotta go.
That like
okay,
when you outgrow something, it's like pissing in the bed versus pissing in the toilet.
Yeah.
At what age, or when you grow up to a certain age, you no longer should be pissing in the bed. And if you pissing on the bed, then that shows a sign of lack of discipline or weakness in the person who's still pissing in the bed, who should be pissing in the toilet, or they have an organ dysfunction.
That's also true. So you're saying that if you're outgrowing a situation, relationship, or friendship, there should actually be some type of growth, like to the point where like you are being removed.
If you've been doing this, if you've been doing the same thing for the past 5 to 10 years, and you say you outgrew somebody, you're lying to yourself.
No, that's also facts, though. That's also facts.
And if you truly outgrew somebody, let me say it like this, because what's the point? The point I'm trying to make is this.
Okay, you're right, baby.
If you, there you go.
Oh no, because that's
what she said.
One thing wifey said was just if people are using outgrowing as an excuse, their actions will show that they really haven't grown, and they'll eventually show their actually true colors.
Yes. Outgrowing someone, or let me say it like this: when you, this is how you can recognize that you're beginning to outgrow someone, is when you can present truth to a lie that they believe, and they still deliberately choose to believe the lie. Because the word belief literally means to give away the lie to receive the truth. That's the etymology of the word belief. To give away the lie to receive the truth. Lie or leave. You see what I'm saying? So
we break down words on this show.
Yeah, facts.
break it down.
So if a person cannot give away the lie, deliberately, they're still holding on to the lie and they're rejecting the truth. And if you are a person who's in a true pursuit of truth,
the true pursuit of truth,
then you cannot be entangled with someone who wants to be in a state of delusion. COVID. So
we talking a lot on the show.
So I believe at that moment you can outgrow someone because they have decided to stay in a stubborn state. Yes. Someone who's unteachable, someone who you help groom and now rejects that same hand that groomed them. It's biting the hand that feeds you. It's stabbing the person who built you up on the back. It's the person's shoulder you cried on is now the person you talk evil or have evil in your heart towards. It's that moment that you have to decide. It's the black people who allows the FBI to flip them to give information on someone they love. These are people that you can outgrow, but you cannot outgrow someone who confronts your mess or holds you accountable.
Okay.
Because obviously they're standing at a standpoint where they see your lack of growth and they're trying to get you to grow in that area. But in our society, we think that once someone challenges us and we disconnect from them, we say we've outgrown them.
Facts. I see where you at.
Now talk to me.
I feel you. I do have a question though, just for the folks out there. Though.
Yeah.
Okay. So in that situation, right, there's a level of that someone in that friendship, let's say, actually did outgrow.
Okay.
Moved on.
Yeah.
Now, for that person who may use the excuse of outgrowing, but really has been in the same spot. Now, let's say years go by, they start growing. They start realizing, oh, my boy, my homegirl was right with some of the things, like you said, that accountability, it starts sinking in years later. Is it possible to mend that friendship or relationship later on? What do you think?
I think that we talk about reconciliation in the wrong way.
Talk to us.
I think we talk about mending relationships the wrong way. I think that sometimes there comes a point where you can't mend the relationship back to where it was, but you can mend the relationship to where you no longer give opportunity to become enemies to one another.
Okay.
The animosity is gone. The tension is gone. In other words, I respect you from a distance, but you can no longer occupy the space in my life that you once occupied.
Now, do we do that in relationships, like intimate relationships? Like, do we?
Yes, I think we do, and I think that's what hinders the relationship from going. Listen, audience, people that's
like Jeezy and Gucci.
Like Jeezy and Gucci.
No, that's
real though.
That's real. Like, but we got to understand it, but
if you are
peaches and cream after that.
If you're in a marriage and you're committed to another person, there are going to be times where you're going to have to go through something that's heart-wrenching. But that in that heart-wrench moment truly shows if you really was committed to that person or not.
That's so true.
You see what I'm saying? If
true.
You can't face adversity with your relationship, whether it's brotherhood, fatherhood, sonhood, a significant other, or whatever, if you cannot face adversity in your relationship and still hold strength to it, then it shows that you actually were in that relationship for self-gratification and not for the benefit of the other person.
Well.
So what's the point?
That's
Ooh. Bam.
Ooh.
That's what I'm talking about. You know, the number to dial is 516-531-9828, 516-531-9828. But see, that's the point. If when does it happen? What's the point of? See, this is why I love Zoe Williams so much, because
somebody just called you TD Randy.
TD Randy.
Oh.
TD
Choo. Can you chew woo woo? Can you chew woo woo?
Okay, so let me say this. TD Randy, wow.
TD Choo woo woo.
TD Choo.
TD Choo woo woo.
Hey, no cap though. Whoever said that, they do call me the rabbi. I am a Hebrew rabbi. But anyway, no, seriously. Let for the audience sake, for those that are listening and watching and etc. There was a time in our friendship, in our brotherhood, Jason, where we were faced with adversity of, are we going to remain friends at this moment or not? And it was at that moment that we both, without even saying it to each other, realized this is a brother for life.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? People usually run from that experience.
That's very true.
Because they use past traumas as a crutch. Yeah. I'm sorry. They use past traumas as a criteria to judge current situations. What's your thoughts on that?
No, actually, that is 110% true. I think actually from our situation,
Sip Subway.
I think from our situation, it was new. It was definitely new for myself because I felt as if it's one of the first times I could go to my brother and be like, "Hey, this and that and this," and we can talk it out. Like that was actually one of the first times as an adult I feel as if like, okay, we can have a little bit of conflict and we can talk it out. And I was like, and I actually had to step away and was like, that was weird.
Yeah,
I like that was not the norm of having a conversation. Having like it wasn't major, but it was something. And we can leave and come back and just like, all right, this is how we just do our friendship.
And that was normal for me.
Yeah, because
my character is I accept people for who they are, not who they pretend to be. You know what I'm saying? So I don't need an ideology of who you are or a representative or messenger of who you are. I need who you are. And if who you are, see, one thing about me is I'm a viber. I can automatically pick up on vibes. My problem is I give people the benefit of the doubt when I already sense their vibe is going to betray me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so when it happens, my emotions get involved in the sense of, dag, this hurts in the moment, even though I already knew you were going to do this.
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of how the scriptures in the Bible say that Jesus chose all 12, but he knew one of them was a devil, and he was talking about Judas. And how he knew that was going to hurt him. He knew it was going to happen, but he didn't go through the experience of the pain, even though he knew it was going to happen. And sometimes people run away from the pain of things when I'm a firm believer that some pain is actually needed to push you out of your comfortable zone to let you know who you really are so that you can go to your next level.
Yes.
I heard there's a guy that I call a friend. He's a Christian biblical scholar named Stuart Greaves, International House of Prayer in Kansas City. And he says that Jesus made it to the cross by a few things. It was God, it was the devil, and it was evil people.
Yes.
And you need all three to make it to your destiny. When he said that to me,
say that one more time.
God, the devil, and evil people. You need all three to make it to your destiny. Jesus' destiny was the cross, according to the scriptures. Whatever our destiny is, you need God, you need the devil, and you need evil people to push you towards that. But we live in a society to where as soon as you sniff the evil in someone, you cut them off.
Yeah.
And you're actually cutting off your growth when you do that. You allow the evil person to remove themselves. Judas hung himself.
Yeah. He did.
And his bowels gushed out openly so everyone can see his folly. That's maturity.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? What's the point of trying to expose an evil person when evil exposes itself?
It always does.
Especially if you're good. Hold on, y'all. Hey, Pup, shut up. Thank you. Okay, so evil exposes itself. And I'm ranting here, but I'm ranting for a reason because I'm building up to a climax. If evil exposes itself, then it means that good can also expose itself.
Yes.
But because we live in such a fast microwave society, we don't allow pain to grow us. We allow pain to choke us. You see what I'm saying? What's the point of life? What's the point of suffering if all you're going to use it for is as a crutch or a choking hold instead of a stepping stone? We're all going to suffer.
Yeah.
We're all going to be hurt. We're all going to be damaged. But it's how you respond, is what you do with that pain or that suffering that brings about the purpose or the point of your life. What do you say to that?
No, and I definitely agree with that. I think a lot of people, like you said, in this microwave society, we're trying to take so many shortcuts to trying to get to such an elevated level, quote unquote.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, like you said, it's like if you're trying to, like you say, get fit, get in shape, get stronger, there's a level of pain that requires that.
That's facts.
There's a level of pain that requires to get stronger, to get, more endurance. There's a level of pain. But now we're in a point where it's just like, oh, if I want to get in fit or in shape, I'm just going to wear this waist trainer. And then that's going to shape me. And that's like, and that's the thing is like, so it's like, I don't even need to go to the gym. I'm just going to get this waist trainer. Now, there's also people who do surgery, and I get it. There's some people who, with this food that we eat, yes, it does not melt off. The weight does not melt off. But at the same time, it's just like they don't even want to take the effort of even trying to go through that level of pain.
Yeah.
Also, I think, and kind of taking that to relationships, I think a lot of people are scared and skittish in relationships is because they're just scared of the outcome. And they're scared of, I don't want to get hurt, and honestly, I tell people like, no, you're not scared you want to get hurt. You're scared because you don't want people to find out who the real you is.
Whoa.
And you don't want people to not like the real person.
Whoa.
Yes. Because again, if you are authentically yourself and someone doesn't like it, kick rocks, get out of here. Oh, well. But when you're going into a relationship as a fake person, as a facade, or like I'm doing the boyfriend girlfriend package that we see in all the movies.
Yes.
You're being someone that you're not because you want that person to like you, but that's not you. So you're representative. So you're not even willing to go through any suffering that could possibly happen again. If someone likes you and don't like you, that's okay. But we're trying to avoid all that, which is your authentic avenue to your growth. Yeah. For this microwave stuff. And I just think it's just causing more toxicity and more drama, really, than it's just like, just be you, do you.
So what's the point?
So what's
Dr. Miami on speed dial?
Yo, I seen something today. Fits right along on what's the point. Mm-hmm. Funk Flex got liposuction, which is fine, but he also got a Brazilian butt lift.
For what? What's the point? I just wanted to say that. There's a topic outside. Wait a minute. Hold on. You mean who? Like
DJ Funk Flex.
Like drop a bomb on him?
Yes.
Yo, he's flexing all right. Flexing for
what is the point? Let me say this. What is the point of stunting for social media? And we'll end it like this because we're going to pick up this. This is part 1. We're going to do part 2 next week. Okay. What's the point of stunting on social media? Like your life is all together when at the end of the day, you're sad, depressed, and alone offline. See, the pandemic is given to mankind to position you to confront yourself. But what people have done is they've been trying to find an escape from really having to confront themselves. Whether they're essential workers, whether they go to the liquor store and buy that bottle to ease their way from thinking of confronting themselves. What are some tips, Mr. Grantastic, that you can give for those who really want to confront themselves, but they look around and say, no one else is doing it, so what's the point?
Well, definitely the first thing I will say is that you gotta want to do it for yourself. Okay, that's definitely the number one thing. And not for other people. You have to do it for yourself. That's number one, because then it'll be authentic. Number 2, definitely start writing. Start writing and journaling your thoughts. And look at them, examine them. The reason why I say that, a part of I guess my therapeutic process, for my wife, she just went through breast cancer again, and And so it was a difficult time, definitely for her. But being her husband on this time, or her going through that, is also difficult to process. That this is my wife, my best friend, my lover, who is going through a sickness, and like I don't want to lose you, and it's like driving me nuts. But also at the same time, is that what helped me was also just writing down, because actually I was able to really see how I was thinking, how I was feeling. So writing that down, it really helped me to and it also helps you kind of organize your thoughts, because sometimes you go on a downward spiral, but you have to recognize, I'm just kind of going through it. It's not really as deep and bad as I think it is. I'm just going through it. So that's definitely number one. And to see and expose yourself. Also, another thing is just stop watching other people. Put down social media, put down television for a while, and spend time with you. Spend time with yourself, because if you constantly have to keep the noise, and when I mean the noise, not like music, but like other people in your area, you can't be alone with yourself, then that's a sign that you are trying to run away from something of yourself. So that's kind of like the beginning points. It's just like spend time with yourself, disconnect, definitely disconnect from social media, because that's poisoning right there. Write, journal, get in tune with your thoughts.
If the internet was to shut down for 48 hours, could you actually be okay with staying in the house and confronting yourself?
Oh yeah, I have to.
A lot of people who claim themselves to be wise go to a search engine by the name of Google to get their quick information, because they've actually never picked up a book recently and read to increase knowledge, or studied to increase knowledge.
Yeah, and reading is also part, but that's kind of heavy for some people. So I started y'all off with just spend time with yourself.
So I'm gonna do this.
There are audiobooks.
We got 3 more minutes, and we got a caller. I want to talk about if someone has gone through something like that. Caller, you're live on the air. Talk to us.
Hi, it's Taz again.
What's good, Taz?
What's up?
So, Taz, before you comment on anything, I got a question.
What's up?
The topic is, what's the point?
Right.
And I want to ask this question because I'm going to let you be the last caller for tonight's show before we close out. Have you ever been betrayed? And no, answer that first, and then I'll ask the next question. Have you ever been betrayed?
Yes. Yeah.
Explain it.
I mean, it really depends. There's multiple layers there. It could be like by a friend.
Give us a real.
The ultimate betrayal was from a friend.
Okay, without giving names, give us the scenario.
It was like it was more so like a situation where, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's basically her not being a grown woman and standing up to her mother about like something her mom felt about me that she knew not to be true.
Oh, so someone outside of your friendship questioned your character, and your friend decided to side with someone instead of actually looking at the character that you've displayed to them.
Absolutely. And it was one of those things where it wasn't even like picking sides. It was just a matter of character being assassinated. And it's a long story, but I mean, it was her mother at the end of the day. So I had to like come to an understanding, like some people are just more submissive, I guess. I'm a rebel by nature. So like my parents would never like cross that boundary, And I don't know, I stand up and I fight for the people I love with all my might. So it was a betrayal for sure.
So what do you feel like was the purpose or the point behind you having to experience that level of betrayal?
Understanding that really just, I know this is cliche as fuck, but like not everybody has the same heart as me.
Woo! Oh my! Say that one more time for the listener audience.
It was, the purpose of it was to realize that not everyone has my heart. So can't expect them to move the same way.
Wow.
So, it is what it is.
Wow. That was powerful. Listen. Grandmaster, you got any questions before we let her go?
Oh man, nah. My questions have all been asked though.
David, have you ever betrayed anyone?
No. I can say that with 100%. God strike me down right now. No.
So, have you ever been the toxic person in a relationship?
Oh, I'm sure. We all have negative, traits that others just can't handle.
Wow.
It's never come to like, a point where it's like, oh, I just can't deal with you. You get on my face. Like, it's never escalated to that point. But like, I'm sure I have been.
Okay. Grandtastic, go ahead.
Nah, so actually one quote I was looked at online a little bit earlier this week. Waka Flocka was on a I know I can't believe I'm quoting Waka Flocka. I was on a podcast. I know, Waka. And he was talking about how he really believes that parents need to actually start teaching their kids how to be better friends. And there's got to be a level of experience. It's like you're still the parent, and there's still a level, like a small level of friendship, but parents have to start teaching their children to start being better friends. What do you think about that?
100%. I have a 4-year-old, and I pour into her everything I wish my parents would have taught me growing up. And even though I turned out, pretty okay, I like myself. I have a lot of respect for myself. And I just want her to, I want to tell her, not just think that, she's supposed to assume and know, like I assume that she knows all this stuff. So I tell her, be a good friend, be a nice friend, treat others well. So I pour that all into her because I do feel like parents play a huge role.
Wow. Listen, thanks for the call.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you. We're gonna
you guys rock, man. I support y'all, man.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Listen, the whole point of the show is to connect with people all across the world, to have a discussion and better each other. At the end of the day, if we can't do that, then what's the point?
Okay.
It's the tribe, y'all.
Listen, thanks for the call, caller.
Thank you, guys.
Deuces McDeuces.
Bless ya.
So listen, we're going to end the show on this note. Everything we said tonight, you can like it, you can love it.
Oh yes,
but you definitely need to go chew on that.
Can you chew woo woo?
It's your boy, Mr. Randy Choo. Listen, next week we'll be here, same time, same Batcave, same everything. ChooRadio.net, ChooRadio.podbean.com. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Subscribe to all our stuff. Listen, we got merchandise on the ChooRadio.net website. Go get that. We got women merchandise. We got baby merchandise. We got mugs. We got men merchandise. We got it all. We got everything. Listen, it's your boy Randy Choo, Mr. Choo on that. We appreciate you guys listening to the show. We will see you next week. Deuces.
Deuces McDeuces.